It's time for the absolutely. I'm on my way! Completely. I'm almost there! Random. Why are there so many stairs? Podcast. Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast for Saturday, April 4th, 2020. I'm your host, Andrew Rhodes. It is a pleasure to be here. The days are starting to merge together. We're all starting to get a bit of cabin fever. We're starting to go crazy. I'm here with myself and myself. Hi. So the three of us are happy. But yeah, so we're all doing well. It's been a wonderful week so far. A long one at that. But what am I talking about this week? Believe it or not, I have quite a few topics this week. The Comic Market Catalog is pretty much a topic this week. I talked about it last week somewhat. It is being snapped up by fans to support the event. The event's been canceled, but still. I'm talking about not one, but two great anime coming back. One is a sequel and one is a reboot. That's right, Tiger and Bunny has officially been announced. They are getting a TV anime sequel in 2022. I can't wait for that. And the Digimon Reboot is headed over to Crunchyroll. Yeah, I checked out Tower of God this week. That actually wasn't bad. Studio Ghibli fans have ranked the female characters, so that's going to be interesting. There was a Rick and Morty anime short that dropped this week, and I really thought it was kind of interesting, courtesy of Studio Dean. That's pretty cool. All this, maybe some more. You never know what could happen on this show. It's random. It's completely randomness. Nothing on here happens for a reason. Besides me being here and you. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Hey, you like eBay? You like surfing and buying stuff online? Can't go to your favorite store right now because it's closed or only allows X amount of people in at a time? Hey, swing by my eBay page. You know the holidays are coming fast. We're now what? Like 8 months and a few days away from we're 8 months, 21 days away from Christmas as of this recording? So hey, why not check out my eBay page? Start getting that Christmas shopping done early, just in case you need to ship it off to your loved ones. I apologize for the motorcycle. Just in case you need to ship it off to your loved ones, because you may not be able to visit them this year, except via virtually. You never know. But hey, check out my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012. I am trying to get more stuff up there. I've actually suddenly got people buying some stuff, so it makes me a little happy. It's been sitting there for a while. I got a bunch of stuff up there. I try to get trading cards, DVDs, stuff like that. Right now I have a bunch of DVDs, video games, some old school ones, movies, stuff like that, trading cards. I am trying to get my Magic the Gathering cards up so I can get pictures of them. Ironic, I have a crap ton of time and I'm trying to do so much stuff into a freaking juggling act and it isn't funny. But yeah, so if you're interested in checking out my eBay page, feel free. It's ARHOADS-2012, all lowercase, by the way. Swing on by over on Twitter. You can check me out and hang out with me at Otaku Roads. I'm usually always on Twitter, at least a couple times a day. Swing on over to Facebook and check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. I do post there when I upload new videos. When I have some new stuff coming out, I'll pop it up on there. Don't forget to subscribe here on the good old Web Designer 18 YouTube channel and ring that notification bell. And hey, if you know somebody and they may not want to subscribe yet, feel free to check out my trailer video that I have up on here. That kind of gives you what Web Designer 18 can offer you. I do a lot of cool stuff on here, and I'm constantly coming up with newer ideas and changing stuff up. So, the future is very bright for this channel as of right now. Unless I go crazy. I don't see me going crazy. Not as crazy as I was going this week. But anyway, I digress. So Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, eBay. You know the drill. Let's get into the podcast, shall we? It's going to have a lot of fun this week. Alright, so this is the part of the show where I usually say about how the last week went for me. And honestly, this week was good, bad, and a little crazy. So let me dive into it. First off, I came across a new app and it's also a channel on my Roku player. I'm loving this. It's called Anime Crush, and there's a link to an article I found out. It missed being a topic because I have enough topics this week, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. It's really cool. It's old school anime. It's retro stuff. I mean, they have Die Guard on there, and like on the poster for it, the thumbnail, if you check out like an ad. But I didn't see Die Guard listed, but they do have Ronin Warriors or Samurai Shock Troopers, and one of my all-time favorite anime series of all time that I remember as a kid so fondly, Samurai Pizza Cats. I love Samurai Pizza Cats. But yeah, so I was doing that this week. I checked that out, watched a bunch of Cagney Lacey, and I'm still working on my drawing skills, slowly. I started getting faces down pretty good. I figure when I get it down to a good point, I'll probably scan a bunch of the pictures in and just put up a video of, look what I did during my stay-at-home order, basically. So yeah, but speaking of that, so I found out this week, courtesy of my boss, that as of today, I am furloughed. Basically, I am temporarily unemployed. I'm still an employee of where I work at, which is Five Below. I'm still an employee. Unfortunately, for the time being, I'm furloughed. But basically, when the company reopens the stores, I will basically be back at work. So, yay. I am encouraged to apply for unemployment. I am free to take on other employment should I deem it necessary. I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm kind of getting the feeling that come near the end of April, we're going to get another 30-day extension, because I've said it before, I'll say it again, and a third time, and a fourth time, until I'm blue in the face. We're in Act 2 here, and I mean, like, we're in Act 2, Part 1. Like, I was telling my mom, I said, we're in Round 1, Act 2. And I don't even think we're halfway through Act 2 yet. I think we're still at the beginning stage of Act 2. And this is a long act. This is going to be the middle part of this thing. This is going to be where 90% of the story plot is going to come out. And I'm getting the feeling come Act 3 is when shit's going to hit the fan. So that's always fun to look at. But, you know, the way of life has been adjusting graciously. I got my head chewed off 6 times today at least. Well, wait, hold on. Let me check. I had to go down to the post office to get something. So they're considered an essential business, so that counts. Some lady dropped an envelope in the parking lot. I didn't go near her. I was being nice. I was being considerate because, you know, social distancing, keep your distance. So I said, you dropped something, and she bit my head off. Literally. Don't mean literally, I still have my head, but, you know, she jumped down my throat about it. I go inside the post office, and there's 2 people at the counter. And this is like a small little like island table. I call it a counter because, well, I'm an idiot. But they're at that table. One's on one side, one's on the other side. They both live in the same house, apparently. They both came together. Because there were only 2 cars in the parking lot, and there were basically 3 people that would have been in that post office before me. So what does that tell you? I walk in, and the lady gets pissed off at me because, well, they're both at the table. I can go up to the counter. No! She's mad because I went to the counter. It's like, lady, you're here, I'm here, they can still take care of me, I can handle this, you can stay there, we're keeping our distance, it's a small post office, what do you expect? So she got a little pissed off. Then I go out to my local convenience store because my local grocery store doesn't have the tea that I've been drinking. They're out of it. And I thought, you know what, I could really use a little break from Dr. Pepper. You know, the soda gods forgive me for saying the blasphemous there, but I've been drinking it nonstop. I mean, I'm getting kind of wired on it. For me, it's a problem. For me, it's a problem. I can actually get pretty high on Dr. Pepper. I can really... to me, it's... Yeah, if I drink too much of it, then I start getting too hyper and too anxious, and I'm like, nah. So I thought, I can run out to my local convenience store, and this is the one that's 2 miles out the road from me, not the one that I stopped going to. You know, that they can kiss off and jack up their prices like that. So I go out to the 2 miles out by my house, and I go in, I pay for it. Now, it's back up to its regular price. It was on sale last month. It's back up to its regular price. I'm like, you know what, I don't care. I'm just getting a couple. I can make do with this and then figure out something for next time. As I can always get like a different brand of soda or something at the store. Get like some 7-Up or some Coke or Pepsi and, change it up a little bit. Mix in some water if they have some. But I go to, pay for it all, and it's a perfectly simple thing. I put, pay the money. I pay in a 10. It came out to like 6 something. I pay in a 10. Person gives me back my change. I put the pocket change in my pocket, and I'm checking the bills because I saw that one of them got stuck as they were putting the drawer back. They were closing the drawer, and I thought, let me make sure I actually have 3 here, and here I had 4. So I thought I'd be, like a nice person. I'm not going to keep the extra $1. What the hell? I'll be nice, turn it back in. And I'm like, yeah, here, yeah, oh yeah, because they're like, well, would you like it back? Yeah, that'd be nice, please. Oh, and you gave me $4. It's only 3. The guy on the register gives me hell because I'm being a nice guy and giving back $1. I'm like, what the hell is going on today? After that, I pretty much I got home, I looked at my mom, I said, we should just barricade the front door and just stay in here. Because, the people are getting a little anxious and nuts. But yeah, so it's constantly fun. But it's about all my week went. Oh, besides Tuesday was fun. Oh no, Thursday was fun. So Tuesday I recorded a couple of videos. I put 2 of them up. I have a third one, but I'm debating if I want to put it up because after listening to it and listening to another one that I had put up, I think they sound too similar. But then I'm going Thursday. I'm like, well, let me try to get some of the GBU recorded. I really want to try to get this off the ground so I can work on this, get this up, and get this done. And all of a sudden, I shit you not on this. This is the best part of this. So all of a sudden, I go to start recording, and I'm having camera issues and microphone issues. Completely driving me insane. It's like the camera won't record more than like 11 seconds or 20 seconds. The microphone's crapping out every couple seconds. And I'm freaking the hell out, losing my mind, and I'm like, this is pissing me off. More than normal, but this is just pissing me off. And that was literally one night. I was up till almost midnight. It's like 11:30 I finally went to bed. It took me 3 hours. I started trying to record at like 6:30. At 9:30, I was starting to make headway. I finally got stuff recording again at 10:30. And basically kept going for like another hour. So yeah, this season's going to be a bunch of short reviews, but that's the best I can do at this point. I'm having technical issues like you wouldn't believe. And all of a sudden, I'm like, it's 11:30. I'm like, screw this. I'm going to bed. I almost overslept on Friday. I was getting really pissed off. I was tired half the day, and I'm like, ugh. So, back to looking for another camera. Definitely is now on my list again. I don't know what was causing it. Then I was having issues with my laptop. I mean, it's just a ever-growing pile of crap that just keeps affecting the world around me. But I digress. Let's get into the podcast. Let's get this week going. I mean, this has been dull, but I don't want to keep, you guys constantly complaining about my problems, and my moderator's probably getting pissed this is going long. I mean, I'm at 8:53 now, so yeah, let's get into the podcast, shall we? All right, so last week I talked about the comic market, that big-ass convention for otaku over in Japan that got canceled. And honestly, I mean, fans, it's understandable why it got canceled. However, fans, just to show support, they are snapping up the canceled Comiket Catalog, because it's canceled the whole event, and they are snapping this thing up constantly. So the world's biggest gathering of otakudom was canceled to help prevent more spread of the coronavirus or COVID-19. But while the Comic Market 98 won't officially take place, thousands of fans will be getting their hands on its catalog. The catalog was already scheduled for printing before the event was canceled, and the organizers have asked fans to buy a copy to support the event. The fans responded with true burning otaku passion, briefly causing it to become the best-selling book on Amazon.co.jp as of this writing, number 12. Currently on pre-order, the catalog is expected to hit April 13th. Meanwhile, many of the doujinshi writers and artists who were expected to sell their goods at the comic market booths have moved sales online. Details on Comic Market 99 are set to take place in the winter. Will be announced in the coming weeks and months whether or not that's going to be happening. But basically, Comic Market 98 is done, but you can easily still get your hands on the catalog. I'm kind of curious if the link here will take me there to it. I'm almost curious. But basically, I mean, this is cool. For starters, this is really neat. I really appreciate this. I mean, first off, I said this when the whole thing happened with with Kyoto Animation. I said that Otaku, that they constantly look down on us. That we're like this massive hidden organization. They don't like us. We're like lepers to half the people. They don't like us. And I really hate making it like that type of an analogy, but it's true. Or people go, oh, they're into manga and anime. You stay away from them. You don't interact with them. And we are the ones that basically show more support for certain things. Like, hey, look, this event got canceled, but hey, we'll throw our support for you. I mean, I actually even contemplated buying one of these. I'm not joking. I actually contemplated it. Whether or not I could actually find one, probably not. I doubt it highly. I'm actually checking to see if it's still on here yet or not. I don't see it, but then again, I don't read kanji. I mean, I have like one Japanese manga, like an actual Japanese manga. No. Let me rephrase that. I have two. And I honestly, ooh, that's pretty cool. I'm sorry. And I honestly don't. I don't have the slightest inkling on how to read kanji. They said it was number 12, 15, 13. Okay, well, it's not number 12 anymore. That's for damn sure. I don't think it's gone up, but I scrolled all the way down to the bottom. I didn't see it, so I'll have to try to check here in the thing. So, I 8. See what comes up. But yeah. So I said it way back when that otakus and otaku out there, we're definitely the group of people that we will defend something. If somebody gets screwed over, if something happens, we're there defending. Oh, cool, they still have it yet. Yeah, we're there, and we are like constantly there. Like, we'll give to this and we'll do this. I mean, we're not horrible people, and the problem is that a lot of people see us as horrible, but we're not. And this just shows it. I mean, you have an event that got canceled. So many people are out, like, oh, well, we were going to go to this. And, I mean, we understand why. Okay, so, no. Oh, it's the large book with rich span. Okay, so I found it on here. But, yes, I mean, like, we're a bunch of people that, like, we understand why it's not happening. We understand why it's not going to happen. But, at the same time, it is what it is. I mean, we can't exactly scream at the top of our lungs and go, hey, we want this, and it's not fair. So, yeah. But I'm checking it out here, so I did find it. 6,980 yen. I would love to know what that is conversion rate. I don't think they have it up anymore. I mean, it's pre-order. I mean, I don't see why it's not up, but I can't find it. Yeah, I just want to know what's the conversion here, damn it. That's all I want to know. Delivered to the United States. I mean, can I get it here? It doesn't look like I can. Amazon points, free shipping delivery. I don't think I can. Oh, that sucks. I don't think I can get it. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, what kind of bothers me is that they didn't have the DVD-ROM. They decided to cancel that, and I was thinking about that after I talked about it last week. That, in all honesty, they could have still kept that, and it's still the same thing. It's just for a computer, or like a DVD player. Then you figure people are stuck at home. What the hell? Now, that's perfectly fine as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's a pre-order item. I mean, what the hell? I mean, there's like a lot of stuff in here. I mean, damn, there's a lot here. Okay, here we go. Here's the product description. Here we go. Booklet version, Comic Market 98 in 2020 will be changed from the previous summer event to the Golden Week event in May, following the Tokyo Olympics and Paralympics, both of which have been postponed to 2021. To enter the West/South exhibition building where the circle is located, a wristband type participation certificate is required. This booklet catalog includes a certificate, 4 days required for general participation. To enter, participant certificates are not included with the DVD-ROM version, but you're not getting those anyway anymore. You're mostly just getting this for, okay, here we go. It's number 2, apparently, in Amazon bestseller ranking. It's number 2 in books. Wow, okay. It's number 2. I just want to know what the conversion is, damn it, for 9,000. I'm just going to have to freaking Google search it. Okay, 6,980 yen. Let me check the conversion right here. Okay, so USD to yen. Because I know it's yen. It's got to be yen. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to know what the conversion rate here is. Damn it. So Japanese yen, it's 6,900. What did I say? It was 6,980. 6,980. And holy Jesus. Yeah, I ain't buying one of these. Hell no, I'm not buying. I am not buying one of these now. Yeah, we're looking at $64.37. I'll wait till the scalpers get it on eBay cheaper. They put it up as a best offer, and then I'll try to beat them down on it. 1 United States dollar equals 108.43 Japanese yen. Oh, that's cool. Man, I could be rich over in Japan. Well, maybe not so much at this price. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, so 6,980 yen is 64.37 as of Google's conversion system. So, I mean, that's still a hefty price. I mean, I don't know how big this booklet is. It doesn't really say. I mean, there really is no telling how big this booklet is. Down here for pages size. Okay, it just says it's a large book. No product reviews. Release date's April 13th, which is in 9 days. It's got the ASIN, which is their serial number sorting system. Publisher is Comiket, April 13th, 2020. It just says it's a large book format. I'm not spending $60-$70 on this. Like I said, I'll check eBay. You know what? That actually brings up an interesting point. Let's check eBay. that brings up an interesting thing. Let's check eBay. Let's see here. www. Let's check eBay. I'm almost willing to bet that eBay probably has it too. But yeah, this is nice though. I mean, fans are still getting the catalog. They really wanted it. I mean, they're not upset that it's over, that they can't have it. I think at this point it was a no-brainer that was going to happen at some point, that, you know, oh, well, we're not going to have the event this year. It wasn't going to happen. But the fact that you're still getting the, you're still getting the catalog is pretty cool. Oh, cool. eBay's got trading cards up on sale. Hits up to, oh, cool. Oh, take 10% off $50 or 15% off $200. Oh, okay. Thank you, eBay, for telling me that as I'm looking here. Okay, let's check out the thing here. 98 C88 LOG. Okay, and I'm almost tempted to see how much it is here on eBay. Somebody's selling it on eBay. I know they're selling it on eBay. Somebody's got to be selling it on eBay. Come on, baby. Oh! Wow! See, look. Now, why couldn't Amazon.jp just actually give me this? So it's perfect. It's right here on eBay. There is one brand new. Somebody does have it. from Japan, brand new. I am almost curious what the shipping is going to be on this because that can't be cheap. Oh my god, no, that can't be cheap. Yeah, there's only one on here. I wonder what the shipping is. I'm terrified to find that out. Yeah, but basically, like I said, I am pretty impressed by this. I mean, they're still getting the catalog. It's not really something to be upset about. I think they realized that this wasn't going to go the way they were hoping it was going to go this year. Oh, they got it for free shipping, too. Wow. Okay, so you're spending $68, but you get free shipping. Well, here's the kicker, folks. I have shipped stuff on eBay, and I have shipped a couple things, internationally. I've sent a couple things up to Canada. And I've gotten stuff too from like Japan, and I think I got a couple things from China. I know I got some stuff from Japan, and I did get a couple things from the United Kingdom. The shipping is not cheap, not in the least. Just to ship it. I mean, last time I checked my post office, depending on what it's sent in, it's like a 50 to 40. It's anywhere from like 40 on the low end to like $60-$70, and it depends on what it is and the size of it. And that was like I think when I checked it like last week when I was standing in line for a couple minutes. I think I looked around at it, but at $68, free shipping. I'm just curious what the description is. This is gonna be good here. I mean, I am honest to God curious what this description is. So let's scroll on down to the description and see what we get here. Okay, description. This item is scheduled to be released on April. Oh, they're saying 11th. Well, that's a lie. That's a lie. Try the 13th there, pal. Oh. It will be shipped after the release date. Comic Market 98 was scheduled to be held in Japan in May 2020, but the event was canceled due to the recent social situation. Oh, I like that. I like that. Social situation. The social situation. Although it has become a phantom event, the catalog will be on sale as usual. If you are interested, please do. The full text is in Japanese. Oh, no, shit. They're not going to translate that into English for me. They're sending it via EMS or e-packet, which is always fun. Those things have a tendency of getting lost. I know I bought a couple of things from Japan. The one never made it to me. And it was coming EMS, so that sucks. But, yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. You're probably better off buying it on eBay. I hate to say it this way because they got their money back guarantee. Not that Amazon doesn't have something. I just don't do much shipping on Amazon. If I have something I want to get on Amazon, I talk to my one friend, and if she has something she wants to get off of eBay, she talks to me. I just recently picked her up a thing of shot glasses on eBay, and I got a damn good deal on it too, because I know how to wheel and deal. I know how to do I know how to haggle. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, at least it's getting out there. People have a chance to buy it, so that's pretty cool. I love that social situation. I like that. I like that. We're just gonna call it that from now on. This is a social situation. Basically, you need to distance yourself socially from the rest of us. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that social situation. Oh, I love that. That's the best. All right, so I actually have no issue when an anime gets a reboot. Now, if a TV show gets a reboot, I'm usually throwing a fit. If a cartoon gets a reboot, I will scream bloody murder. But in all honesty, when an anime gets a reboot, I'm not as pissed off as most people would think I'd be. I mean, sometimes, yes, depending on if it was a classic. If it was something that it's still ongoing with newer versions of it, newer seasons, and they just want to go back and put a fresh coat of paint on the original that started it, I don't have that big of an issue. I mean, when Pokemon did their thing, yeah, but I have my issues with Pokemon. But Digimon, I have no issue with. And I figured I would tie this one in with the sequel series that I found out about today for Tiger and Bunny, because I love that show. But Digimon Adventure, the anime reboot is going to be heading on over to Crunchyroll. And honestly, I like it. They have the official trailer out. I did watch it. It is pretty cool. Crunchyroll has some good stuff on. I did watch Tower of God, though I watched that on YouTube because Crunchyroll decided, hey, let's make this brand new series that we just got our hands on. We're going to stick it behind the paywall like everything else, so you got to wait a week. And I'm like, I really can't. YouTube. There's got to be an internet person out there that put this. Oh, thank you. There was. And I watched it, and it was fun. I love that. That show was pretty good. It was pretty good. I liked it. But Digimon Adventure was the one that started it off. That's the one with the 7 kids that went to summer camp. It was Tai, Matt, Sora. Okay, hold on, I gotta do this with my hands. I don't want to mess up here. Yeah, Tai, Matt, Sora, Izzy, Mimi, Joe, TK, and then they ended up, when they got back to reality, met up with Tai's younger sister, Kari, who was supposed to go along with them, but she got sick. While they went to summer camp, they ended up getting transported to the digital world, and they spent a good chunk of time there, where 1 day in the digital world equaled 1 second in the real world. Which, by the way, if anyone can figure out how that time system works, I think there's a lot of people that would love to have that. Hey, 1 day here equals 1 second here. We could all have like a lot more knowledge in the world. That'd be pretty cool. But the simulcast kicked off today, actually. So it's pretty cool. So it's up now. I'll probably have to try to watch the first episode. So if you've been looking... Oh, yeah, well, it started a little bit ago. If you've been looking forward to the new Digimon Adventure anime, which reboots the classic series for 2020, you now have a place to watch it. The season's Crunchyroll announced plans to stream the show with the simulcast to kick off this Saturday, April 4th at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Digimon... Oh, no, it didn't happen. Okay, because 7:30 our time would be 10... Okay, so 7:30 Pacific Time would be 10:30 my time. So, okay, it's still got a little bit to go yet. Okay, I'm not crazy. I know time zones. Digimon Adventure will be available in the following territories: North America, Central America, the Caribbean, South America, Europe, MENA, CIS, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. You know, all the good places. Here's the synopsis, and basically they upgraded it, so they had to give it a fresh coat of paint. So I really don't mind it. It's still the same basic series. Like I said, I watched the trailer for it. It still holds the same thing. They just took it instead of summer camp. It's, you know, not. It's the year 2020. The network has become something humans can no longer do without in their daily lives. God knows that's the truth. But what humans don't know is that there's another side. That on the other side of the network is the digital world, a realm of light and darkness, ruled over by Kilokon. Sorry, I had to throw that in. I watched Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Nor are they aware of the Digimon who live there. Widespread network difficulties arise centered around the Tokyo area. Traffic signals blink chaotically, public outdoor TVs display garbled text, and so on. The newspaper reports it as a case of cyber terrorism. 5th grader Tai Yagami, I'm not touching it, stayed home by himself to get ready for a weekend summer camp. But his mother and little sister Hikari went to Shibuya, and now they're aboard a runaway train. Tai hurries to Shibuya to save his mother and sister, but the instant he heads towards the station platform, a strange phenomenon befalls the Digidestined, and Tai goes to the digital world. The Digidestined meet their partner Digimon, and they're faced with an adventure into the unknown. Okay, that's actually not pretty cool. It's like they're basically combining elements from the original series with the whole, it's a weekend summer camp, so the hell ever heard of that? I'm sorry, I've never heard of a weekend summer camp. Just basically, he's getting ready to go to that North to South thing. You have the whole train station thing, which was a huge part of Digimon Frontier, which I did like, and so many people hate it. But I like the fact in that one that you became the Digimon. They were kind of leaning towards that with Season 3's Tamer's Mega Evolution being the Biomerge Digivolution. So I kind of liked it when Frontier took it to that level, and then you just have Data Squad just shit on the whole pie there. It didn't end well. But honestly, this sounds pretty interesting, and I really don't have an issue when series go and get a fresh coat of paint. The same thing happened with Full Metal Alchemist. There was 2 different versions. There was the original series that went up to like volume 9 of the manga and then split off into its own deal because the manga was still going on yet and it was going to catch up to it too quickly. Then you had the movie Conqueror of Shambhala to finish off the original run, which it did a good job. I liked it. And I remember when I sold my entire collection of it because I needed the money years ago, I had to argue with the little, I should say little, with the one person that wanted to buy it on eBay, telling me that I was misleading because it's not the correct one. I said, no, this is the original one. This isn't Brotherhood. Brotherhood was X amount of episodes long, consisting of this, and this, and didn't have a movie to finish it off. It just finished itself off within the series. It followed the manga pretty much to a T then. With the original, it only went so far, like I said, about volume 9, I kind of figured. And after that, it spewed off into its own little alternate sort of timeline to it. With the manga finishing up then, they were able to go for the actual ending with Brotherhood. So it was like, no, this is the original. And Brotherhood was good for Full Metal Alchemist. I liked it. I mean, it wasn't a bad rendition. Sure, there were some parts that were a little weak, but honestly, it still had the same power and emotion that the original had, and the ending was a lot better. Because, no offense to them, Conquer Shambhala wasn't bad, but it felt like they were shoving about 15 episodes worth of dialogue and plot and events into like an hour something long movie. And I don't think it ever really translated right, but when you're a fan of the series and you just want to see how it ends, you just take it at face value because you have no choice in the matter. It's just like, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to take it. There's no freaking point because we're able to not get another version of this. And no, here you go. Then they came out with Brotherhood, and it's like, yeah, you look back at Conqueror of Shambhala. While it's still a classic, it doesn't hold up anymore to the original. It's its own alternate timeline, both of which are still technically canon, but one's canon in an alternate timeline, and one's just straight up canon with the manga to a point, but still. But yeah, so Digimon Adventure reboot. This is like a soft reboot. I'm not gonna lie, because other than changing up the year for it, because the original one I think was like 1999. Because remember when this came out, Pokemon was going on here in the States. It was whooping its ass, and people were like, "Oh, this is the knockoff Pokemon." But in all honesty, Pokemon already had a decent foothold. Digimon was aired on Fox. Pokemon was aired on Kids WB. Kids WB had much more bankrolling. WB would put a crap ton of cash behind this. They were banking on that Saturday morning time slot to be their huge moneymaker attraction to kids. Not to mention the fact that they also had a weekday lineup from like 4 to 5. Like an hour long of shows. Because I remember I watched Mega Man NT Warrior on that. Like in the afternoons, like, I don't know, I think maybe like 3 to 5, but either way, you had like a decent programming lineup throughout the week. Fox, on the other hand, once they got rid of Fox Kids and they went to the Fox box, Fox Kids did an okay job, but their afternoon lineup stuff just started fizzling out after a while. When they went to the Fox box, it was pure Saturday morning. Digimon never stood a chance. Then when Digimon Tamers, yeah, Tamers was the last one that they had, that Fox had, because then that's when they stopped showing Digimon. Frontier, I remember watching on, it was UPN at the time, then it went to the CW, and on top of that, it was also on, I think it was ABC Family, yeah, it was ABC Family, and then eventually it went on to Jetix, because they were both sharing stuff from time to time, because I would watch Metabots on one, and then it would be on the other one then like the next day. Then it was just purely on that. Then we had Data Squad, which was purely for because I remember watching all Frontier with like UPN and Jetix and that. Then Jetix had pure Digimon. After that, it was Data Squad, and that Data Squad sucked. I mean the Digivice was okay, but they could have kept like a similar motif from the fourth one from Frontier, and they didn't want to do that. Data Squad sucked for what it was. It was too over the top, at least in my opinion, anyway. Then there was no Digimon for a while. Then we had Digimon Fusion, which Nickelodeon just they didn't even give it a chance. They put it out of its misery too soon. They took it out back and old yellered its ass because it premiered at 12:30 right after Power Rangers, and then the next week you had their worldwide day of play, so it wasn't on. It was like the next week or the week after. So then it wasn't on for 1 week. And all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, the ratings sucked in the afternoon. The show isn't that good. Shove it over on the Nicktoons, and it just died on Nicktoons, and it never had a chance. And that sucked because it was a really good show. I think Jetix ended up getting it then, or I think they ended up getting it, or Toon Disney ended up getting it, or Disney XD. It was Disney XD at the time. They ended up getting it. And I think it just fizzled out there then too. And then we ended up there was a really good version of Digimon that recently had ended. I think it was like the appy one. It was like an app. That one was pretty cool. I did see clips of that online. I did catch like 1 or 2 episodes somebody had up on YouTube. So it wasn't that bad, but yeah. So having a reboot of the original series, going back to basics, but then adding like the new coat of paint to it, isn't exactly a bad idea. And they could figure out like some of the shortfalls that the original had, which it did have some shortfalls, and just improve upon them with, like I said, fresher coat of paint, different writing. They have the original and the ones between the original and now to pick and choose ideas from, and like, okay, well, this worked really well for this, so we can kind of like try to think about tying it in for that. Just as long as they don't go into like what that Digimon The Last Evolution was, because that I don't want to see those hybrid nightmares of Wargreymon and Metal Garurumon. But on top of this reboot being big news, there's also the news that I found out today of Tiger and Bunny. I love this show. I came across it by chance, ironically. It was up on YouTube. There was a contest at the time. For the first episode, you could win the whole series, or at least the first season, on DVD. And I entered it, but you had to answer the questions. So I had to go back and watch the episode to enter. And it was basically, you had to just name some of the stuff that happened in the episode. I mean, I watched it, but season 2, it's finally getting a sequel. So season 2 is coming in 2022. This already had like 2 movies, and this is Tiger and Bunny: The Rising, I guess they're calling this thing. Not bad. But it's been nearly a decade since the debut of the first Tiger and Bunny anime. It's finally getting a sequel. The new anime was revealed via the franchise's official website with the simply titled Tiger and Bunny 2, currently aiming for a 2020 premiere. Tiger and Bunny 2 will kick off after the events of the Tiger and Bunny: The Rising anime film. Okay, so that's what it is. With lead cast members reprising their roles, which is not bad. So we have Kotetsu T. Kaburagi, and Barnaby Brooks Jr. Yeah, I plan to do a review of this series, at least for the first season. It's not a bad show. It's pretty cool. The key staff will also be returning, including character designers. Helm's series. Series composition. So that's what's going on. Now you just gotta wait until 2022 though for more Tiger and Bunny. But the plot of this is actually simple. So if you know what My Hero Academia is, you'll know what Tiger and Bunny is, basically. With Tiger and Bunny, it's these people have powers, and what happens is they've taken on this idea that they're going to be superheroes. So all the superheroes are sponsored. So like they have like sponsors on them, sort of like a NASCAR driver. And they go around, they save the day from shit that's happening in the city, and they get points on the Hero TV network, and they broadcast what happens. Everybody watches it, and they get points. The series revolved around I gotta look at his name again. This is why I gotta get my notes. Kotetsu, his name is Wild Tiger. he ended up having an ability called 100, where he could get really strong, fast, and durable for a few minutes. But then during his cooldown time, he was completely powerless. So he tried to save the day as quickly as he could. Then there was another one that ended up having the same ability, Barnaby Brooks Jr., who had a bit of a checkered past. His parents were killed in a fire by a criminal who he found out to be, somebody high up in the authoritarian position. Then there's also the underlying one mystery that they never actually solved in the original, and that was I think it was like Joker, I think they called the guy. The one character, he basically shot flaming arrows into people. He had this like really powerful ability that allowed him to just cloak himself in a really hot fire, and he just destroyed people with that power, and it was pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna have to review this, but I don't want to spoil a lot of it because, I mean, they're liable to dive into more of this in the sequel. But when I realized for season 2, I want to do like more. I guess you could say it's like enticing you to watch it yourselves, sort of deal. I realized in season 1 I was kind of leading you along, but season 2 I'm like, no, let's try to entice them to watch it on their own. Don't give it to them spoon-fed to do that. So that's what I'm kind of aiming for that. But I'm going to review this, definitely. But Season 2, it's giving me hope that there's a lot of other series that are going to get another sequel. I'm looking forward to possibly The Devil is a Part-Timer Season 2. That show's got a lot of questions that have yet to be answered. And I would really like that. I mean, World Trigger's getting a second season. Tiger and Bunny's now getting a second season. I want The Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2. Get off your asses, people that are in charge of it, and make that happen. I mean, this isn't fair. All this other stuff's getting sequels and shit. I want The Devil's a Part-Timer to get a sequel. That was a good show. I love that show. But, yeah, but basically that's about it. So it's an interesting concept to me. So we got the Digimon Reboot, which isn't bad, and Tiger and Bunny's getting a sequel. I'm loving that. I'm flat out loving that. Alright, so Rick and Morty is a huge thing. They have officially gotten themselves a long list of accomplishments, nicknames, and, unofficial names that people have called them. Like, oh yeah, no, we are like the Doctor Who meets MacGyver with the sprinkling of a Stargate and Sliders in a way. Well, it can now officially add an anime to its title long list of accomplishments. They're officially now an anime thanks to a Studio Dean short. So this is pretty cool. In the short, which you can basically pull up, it's a Samurai and Shogun, Rick and Morty Adult Swim. You can actually pull it up on YouTube, by the way. It's actually pretty cool. So Rick's like a samurai, starts going to town, taking people out, other Ricks basically, and it's pretty cool. So everyone has a pretty good idea of what you can classify as anime, and Rick and Morty definitely doesn't fall into that category, at least until now. Adult Swim officially turned the series into an anime thanks to a 5-minute short titled Samurai and Shogun, produced by at anime production house. Which was produced at an anime production house, Studio Dean, D-E-E-N. Kaiichi Sato directed the short with Koji Iijima as producer, and the Rick and Morty Japanese dub cast voicing their respective characters. Oh man, this is cool. There's a whole bunch of like other characters you guys like: Shogun Morty, Rick WTM 72. Adult Swim Senior Vice President and Creative Director Jason DeMarco says, took about a year to come together. Yeah, it took about a year. I'm not getting into some of the stuff that you've done, but sure, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, my friend. Whatever helps you sleep at night. But, I mean, the short's not bad. It's like 5 minutes long, and it is pretty cool. And it's what you would expect from a Rick and Morty short. I kind of think it's like Rick and Morty meets Afro Samurai with a bit of Samurai Champloo and Samurai 7 mixed in. So it's not exactly a bad show. It's not a bad short. Um, would I be up for a Rick and Morty anime? Oh God, no. It's perfectly fine as a cartoon for what it is. It's like the Doctor Who meets MacGyver of unique cartoons. It's one of the few good things Adult Swim has going for it, that you don't have to be insanely nuts to watch. So that's something going for it. But this is actually pretty interesting. I did watch it. You can pull it up. You can even watch it from the article. So that works too. But it is really, it's not bad. It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not, how am I doing time-wise here? Oh, yeah, okay, screw it. So I'll pull up, let me mute the, can I mute this without it causing any freaking issues? Okay, I guess so. Alright, so let's, I muted my audio to avoid any possible copyright issues. I don't need those. And let's see if I can't get this to pull up here a bit and kind of give you a play-by-play what happens. But it's actually not a bad short. I did watch it. It's just titled Rick and Morty. I watched it. You just basically have, like, Rick standing out in the field with little Morty in the cart. It's pretty cool. I mean, it is interesting. Portals just opening up everywhere. This is never a good sign. You have portals just popping open. That's the one cool thing that I think Rick and Morty has, is the portals. Like, you know, the whole green portal gun that Rick uses. He can just open up a portal anywhere. It's actually pretty unique and interesting. There's like a lot of interesting things that come about from this. Yeah, okay, I'm not getting it to load up that well, so I'm just gonna forego that idea. But yeah, you get the idea, the concept. It's not a bad short. For what it is. I'm definitely not going to lie about that. It's not a bad short for what it is. I like it. I think it's kind of interesting. But, yes, I mean, if you want to check it out, pull it up on the Adult Swim YouTube channel. You can also check it out from the link in the article. There actually is. I mean, you literally hit the YouTube play button that's on there, and it'll play it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. I think it's kind of unique for what it is. Like I said, it's basically like Afro Samurai meets Samurai Champloo and Samurai 7 all rolled into one. With just, like with Rick and Morty thrown in. So it's not that bad. But, yeah. If you're into, ass-kicking samurai stuff, check it out. I mean, who isn't in the samurai? Alright, so everybody knows knows what Studio Ghibli is. I mean, I've talked about it enough on here. Studio Ghibli is constantly in bed with Hayao Miyazaki, the man who retires more times than I change underwear. So we all know what Studio Ghibli is. It's a humongous animation studio. It really does pull out some quality work, I'm not going to lie. But at the end of the day, there are times when it does go a little too far. But I, for one, do like a lot of the stuff that they do. So it's interesting when I find out that fans have ranked their favorite female characters from Studio Ghibli films. Taking that there is a lot of them in this. So you're basically ranking Studio Ghibli movies, but you're ranking, one aspect of the movies, and that's sort of like what the lead is, because majority of the time the lead is a female character. So it's not a bad thing. But I like how the article here is from Otaku USA Magazine, by the way, goes, what's a great way to hang out inside and get over the COVID blues? Watch some Studio Ghibli films, that's what. Yeah, I mean, I'd recommend watching Ponyo, Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service. Those are three of my favorites, and I own all three of them on DVD. I got Spirited Away at Walmart a while back. I got Ponyo pretty much the day it was released, and I have a 2-disc Kiki's Delivery Service. That was one of my first ever DVD purchases for myself, and I love all three of those movies. They're my favorites. So, the Japanese site Futaba.net recently asked its readers to choose their favorite Ghibli women, and the results are as follows. So let's go through this list. I might know some of these. I don't know. There was 10 of them, but there was a tie for number 9. So number 9, the tie is between Captain Dola from Castle in the Sky and Shizuku Tsukishima from Whisper of the Heart. I've actually heard of Whisper of the Heart, and I've seen Castle in the Sky. I don't like Castle in the Sky for some reason. I remember when Toonami did like this huge month of Miyazaki. I watched it. I just could not get behind it. I don't know why. Whisper of the Heart, though, I did see like clips of, but I haven't seen the whole movie, so I can't really say enough. But yeah. Number 8 is Ponyo from Ponyo. And I always like it's just called Ponyo, but yet if you look it up like a Wikipedia, it's Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea, which is a lot better of a title than just calling it Ponyo for short. But that is a good movie. I recommend that one, especially because Liam Neeson does a voice in that. He plays the Ponyo's father in a way, and it's actually pretty interesting. Number 8 was Marine from When Marine Was There. It's actually a pretty cool. I actually did see trailers for that. I did watch some clips. That's actually a pretty good movie. Number 6 is San from Princess Mononoke. I did not like Princess Mononoke. That was not one of my favorites. I'm sorry. I watched it. I didn't like it. It wasn't one of my personal favorites. Not one that I would definitely recommend people to watch. Hey, check this thing out. Go for it. I wasn't a huge fan of Princess Mononoke. Number 5 is Satsuki from My Neighbor Totoro. That's actually not a bad movie, but I haven't seen the whole thing. That's another clip one I saw. I mean, the characters aren't bad in it. The plot isn't bad, but I just get confused by it because it's like, are the girls dead? Were they alive to begin with? Did they die during the film? Were they just spirits of what used to be? I never understood it. And I don't think I'm alone in that either. I don't think I'm alone. Number 4 is Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. The first ever Studio Ghibli film I ever saw. And yes, I did see the Disney dub of it. I don't care. I liked it. Every time that was on, like, Toon Disney on a Wednesday night, I would watch it. My mom can attest to that. I would sit there. That was on a Wednesday night. My ass was on this floor, and my eyes were glued onto the TV. The house could have caught on fire, and I would not have left that spot until that movie was over or the TV died, whichever came first. I really did like that movie. Number 3 is Shinta from Castle in the Sky. Again, I've seen Castle in the Sky. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Number 2 is Chihiro from Spirited Away. That is a good movie. That took me forever to finally find a copy and just pull the trigger and buy it because I liked it so much. It's not a bad movie. It is a decent romp if you ever get a chance to watch it. It is good, but there are yeah, I know, but still. And then number 1 kind of throws a wrench into this entire list because it's not technically a Ghibli film. Yeah. Nausicaa from Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. It's not technically a Ghibli film. And they even acknowledge that here in the article. They go, as for number 1, we are obligated to push our glasses up our noses and proclaim that actually... Yeah, it's just like do this smart aleck anime style. Like take your middle finger and go, actually, and the reflection sort of like reveal your eyes. Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind is not technically a Studio Ghibli film. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. A couple of comments that the article had here. They were kind of surprised to see Marine from When Marine Was There make the top 10. While they like the film, it's definitely not regarded as one of Ghibli's best. Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing, so I can't really judge that. Her place on this list may be due to the popularity of her voice actress, so it's a possibility. But I love that, though, as for number 1. Yeah, Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. It's not technically a Ghibli film. I mean, Spirited Away, Kiki's Delivery Service. Those are Ghibli films. Those are Ponyo, Princess Mononoke, My Neighbor Totoro. I'm amazed the Secret World of Arrietty didn't make it on this list. I guess they didn't like that movie as much as I didn't like the movie. She couldn't even make the top 10. I mean, she couldn't even make the top 10. So obviously people didn't like that movie as much as I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't like the movie either. It's kind of bad when I buy it, I watch it, I fall asleep during it, I try watching it again, fall asleep again, and then the next night I try one more time to watch this, fall asleep again during it, and figure that's it, screw it, to hell with it, I'm done. and I just sell it. I couldn't even finish it. But, here's an idea, though. Question. What are your favorite female characters from Ghibli films? I mean, if I had to pick this list, first off, the top three would definitely be either Kiki's Delivery Service, Spirited Away, or Ponyo, because those were the three that I most notably know, because I've watched them. I love those movies with a passion. I mean, it is a deep, burning passion. But Kiki's Delivery Service would probably be number one, because I have seen that the most. Spirited Away being number 2, and Ponyo being number 3. Afterwards, Princess Mononoke would be pretty far down the list. If I had to give like 10, Princess Mononoke would be down at like number 10, or you know what? I'll be nice. I'll give it 9 because I'll give Arrietty the 10th spot. So there is that. My Neighbor Totoro, like I said, I haven't seen the whole thing, so I really can't say it. Castle in the Sky, I'd like to personally forget exists. So I mean, I haven't seen every single Ghibli film ever made. I don't think anybody has. I mean, I know you can. It's possible. They are on Netflix, I think. So you can watch them, but I just don't. I haven't watched every single Ghibli film ever made. I don't think I could, even if I tried. But yeah, I mean, if I had to pick the characters, I would mean, like I said, Kiki's Delivery Service would be number one because I thought Kiki was really good for the character. But I mean, if we're ranking it from the females in the movies, I would probably go with the one that she met in the woods. She was pretty cool, but yeah, Kiki's the main lead. She does 90% of the stuff in the movie, so there's that. That's a movie that if they ever remake, I'll be pissed. Ponyo was a good movie, and Castle and Spirited Away. Definitely Castle in the Sky, I'd like to forget exists. I just didn't like it. And there was Howl's Moving Castle. I didn't like that one either. That was the one that confused me. The whole castle moves, and it just confused the ever-loving shit out of me about the plot of this whole damn thing. Hey, hold on. I got this whole list up here. Let me check this out here. It's a list of Ghibli. Hold on. List of Studio. There. Wow. And Google even knows what I'm looking for. Okay, so Google even knows what I'm looking for. So there's a whole list of Studio Ghibli films. Let me just go to the Wikipedia page so I know I don't fuck up this list here at all. Okay, good old Wikipedia. Okay. Alright, so it still technically has Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind down, but it's not technically a, it's not technically one. Yeah, it says end note not produced, so, okay. But it still technically has it down, because Miyazaki was the director and the screenwriter for it, that's why. Probably. You got Castle in the Sky, which, again, Miyazaki. Grave of the Fireflies, I didn't see it. I saw clips of it. My Neighbor Totoro, like I said, I've seen clips of it. Kiki's Delivery Service was in 1989, that I did like. Only Yesterday, no. Poco Rosso, I've heard of, but I haven't seen other than clips. Pompolko, same deal. Whisper of the Heart, like I said, I've seen clips. I haven't watched the whole thing. Princess Mononoke, I didn't like. My Neighbor, the Yamadas, no. Spirited Away, yes, I've seen. Yes, I like. One of my 3 favorites. The Cat Returns, no. Howl's Moving Castle, I did not like it. I didn't like it. 2004 Japanese animated fantasy film. The film was loosely based on the 1986 novel of the same name. Let me pull up the thing for it. But yeah, so alright, so Arrietty is on the list here. I did not like Arrietty. That movie was terrible. That was terrible. I know like the people that did the voices for the English dub of it. I remember reading about that, and I didn't like it. What was the plot of Howl's Moving Castle? It just didn't thrill me. Well, they could have put Sophie in here. She didn't even make the list. A young milliner. A hat maker. Okay, a young hat maker encounters a wizard named Howl on her way to visit her sister, Letty. Upon returning home, she meets the Witch of the Waste, who transforms her into a 90-year-old woman. Seeking to break the curse, Sophie leaves home and sets off through the countryside. She meets a living scarecrow whom she calls Turniphead. He leads her to Howl's moving castle, where she enters without invitation. She subsequently meets Howl's young apprentice and a fire demon, who is the source of the castle's magic and movement. When Howl appears, Sophie announces that she has hired herself as a cleaning lady. Blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Sophie's nation is caught up in a war with the neighboring kingdom. Actually, the plot never made any sense to me. Sophie learns that Howl's life is somehow bound to the... Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he turns into a bird-like creature. Yeah, as I said, it never made sense to me. I've watched it. It just made no sense to me. I mean, and I think Toonami can just put on like a whole bunch of Studio Ghibli films, since they can't really pull out any of the new series right now. A lot of them are stuck in limbo. Just put on a bunch of those. Put on a Ghibli month or something. Ponyo, though, I did like. Yeah, Tales from Earthsea, which I did not see. Ponyo was a good movie. Yeah, it was released. Okay, it was released in Asia as Ponyo on the Cliff by the Sea. I really like. Yeah, I really like that title better. I'm sorry, that's works so much better. I gotta show that movie. I think I showed that one to my mom. I think she saw that. That's one that my mom and grandfather can watch. Yeah, okay. So, Nausicaa the Valley of the Wind, not produced but released by Studio Ghibli under its label, so they didn't technically touch it. Just like Mary and the Witch's Flower, because it was directed by the one person from under the Studio Ponic label, honoring the original style of the Ghibli roots from the director. So, yeah, that's got an honorable mention, but not produced was Nausicaa the Valley of the Wind. You got From Up on Poppy Hill, which I do remember seeing things for. I just never actually got it, but I heard that was pretty good. The Wind Rises was one that I really did want to see. I could not get my hands on a copy. And I always love how the theaters were like, oh, we'll have this in wide amounts of theaters. And the movie theater around me never had it. I think I saw like two, or at least one, one anime. No, two. I did two. I saw the two. I went to see two anime movies actually in the theater. Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods and Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side of Dimensions. And it's always fun because you can see what the otaku culture is when you go to the movies. You really can. Let's see here. We have the Tales of Princess Kaguya. I mean, she didn't even make the list. Holy crap. And, well, when Marine was there, that did make the list. So, yeah. It's just a bunch of stuff that I have yet to watch. I mean, I'd love to really watch some more Studio Ghibli stuff. Especially the ones that I don't have, that I really didn't see yet. Like, From Up on Poppy Hill, The Wind Rises, and When Marine was there. Those are ones that I really do want to watch. But screw Howl's Moving Castle, I didn't watch. I didn't like that one. I really didn't like it. I was not into Princess Mononoke. I did watch that. I didn't like that one either. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, not everything in the world is perfect, and you can't always, tell everything from something. But it's still cool, though, to see the list. So there are fans of stuff out there like this. And I am a fan of Studio Ghibli stuff. I love, Kiki's Delivery Service, Ponyo, and Spirited Away. Those are my three favorites. I mean, that list could probably grow once I get to watch some of the other ones that I want to check out, like From Up on Poppy Hill and stuff like that. But, yeah, only time will tell once I can find a freaking copy of it, anyway. Alrighty, everybody, and that's pretty much going to do it this week, I guess, for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. Well, that's the first time ever. I think I'm actually in under an hour, just a little over an hour. Wow. Holy crap. Alright, I'm probably a little over an hour, but still. I'm within my usual time span. But anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in this week. Thank you all for staying safe out there. Remember, social situation. I love that social situation. I keep making the joke from Twins. We're forgetting the first rule in a crisis situation. It's like, yeah, no, now we're in a social situation. We have to remember the first rule in a social situation. So the first rule in a social situation. I love it. I mean, that's a neat way of saying it. It's not a crisis situation. It's a social situation. I love that. That's a good. I like Twins. That's a good movie. But anyway, that's pretty much gonna do it though this week for me. Don't forget all your questions for this month's Q&A. Since I know I'm not working now, I mean, technically not, until at least sometime in May. Like I did air quotes there. I don't know, but yeah, I did air quotes. I mean, we're in like Act 2. Like I said, we're in Act 2. We're like in the first part of Act 2. This is round 1, Act 2, scene. Like, I think we're in like scene 2 of a 4 or 5 scene act. And it's just not, we're not done yet. This is nowhere near done yet. You figure come like another 30 days and we're already 4 days into the month. And I'm already thinking, I don't see another 30 days. I see longer than another 30 days. It's kind of, I mean, that's what I'm seeing here. But 25th, try to have all your questions in by. I will record to try to get it up the last week of the month, either the 27th, 28th, 29th, or 30th. No, all right, yeah. Either the 27th, 29th, or 30th I will shoot for. Again, I might just shoot for that Monday, who knows. So, yeah, try to have your questions in by then. Remember, parenthesis, Q, and Q, the ampersand, which is over the 7, A, parenthesis, for your question. Remember, I will not talk about anything political. I will not talk about anything religious. Otherwise, free game. Go for it. Those are my only 2 things I will not touch on this channel. Or politics and religion. Otherwise, go nuts. Any question you want to ask me, I'll try my best to answer it. And, yeah, also look forward to the anime GBU Season 2 when I finally get it finished. I mean, I haven't been slacking off. It's just that I've been using this as a time for both relaxing, going through everything during the day, checking stuff up, keeping my head above with the situation that's going on so I can kind of plan stuff out if I have to, figure stuff out if I have to, and relaxing. Not to mention relaxing. I mean, I kind of had a bit of a stressful year since it started off, and it's nice to just get some downtime to relax. So there is that. I mean, I don't have to worry about going anywhere because nobody can go anywhere. I mean, gas is freaking dirt cheap. It was like $2 a gallon out of my convenience store, and I'm like, it's $2 a gallon, and I got nowhere to go. It's like all this room and no horsepower. It's like $1.99 a gallon for gas, and I was like, yes. Like, my God, that's dirt cheap. I mean, when it hits under $1 a gallon, I'm probably going to get some gas cans. I'm probably going to go get some gas cans and fill up some gas cans and go, hey, anybody need gas? I'm going to go get some gas cans and fill them up. I think $20 will fill it. And I'll just, like, look at my friends and go, hey, for $20, $30, you guys can have this gas can with the full gas can. You guys can have if you need it for emergencies. No problem. I took care of the legroom. You're just paying me back for the fuel. You have it for yourself, said if you need it. I mean, I might. I'm probably not going to be that stupid, but, you know, you never know. But, yeah, so I'm just trying to, like, catch up on stuff. I'm trying to broaden my skills and my horizons, like my 6th grade teacher always wanted me to do. But, yeah, so until next time, though, I'm Andrew Rhodes. This has been the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. I thank you all for tuning in. And until next week, stay gold, everybody. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Remember, social distancing. Stay healthy. Our social situation will eventually end at some point. And I will catch you all next time. Bye, everybody. And stay safe. Stay healthy. And live long and prosper.